Good morning, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google Plus. This is Rich again, back for your first video blog of the day for Sunday, April 17, 2016. Around 6:06 in the morning, Billerica, Massachusetts. It's going to be a sunny day out today. Highs in the upper 60s, which is pretty good. It's going to be a perfect day to go out for a bike ride or jog or run or rollerblade, whatever. Some news to report. The Atlanta Hawks beat the Boston Celtics by a score of 102-101 last night in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals. The Hawks are up 1-0. It was a very exciting game for the Celtics. They almost pulled it off, but they lost Avery Bradley due to a hamstring problem. And the Oklahoma City Thunder crushed the Dallas Mavericks to go up 1-0 in their series of the Western Conference quarterfinals. And the Capitals, the Stars, and the Sharks are up 2-0 in the Stanley Cup playoff series, the first round. The Stanley Cup playoffs continue today on NBC, NBCSN, and CNBC. And the NBA playoffs continue today on ABC and TNT. With Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Charles Barkley, and Kenny Smith. That's about it on the news. My first video blog subject of the day is the top 10 greatest professional wrestling books of all time. The professional wrestling books market exploded in 1999 with wrestlers writing autobiographies and other stuff. And here they are, number 10 on this list of the greatest pro wrestling books of all time. Tributes 1 and Tributes 2 by Wrestling Observer Dave Meltzer. Tributes 1 and Tributes 2 are about professional wrestlers who passed away, no longer with us. The first Tributes book came out in 2001, and the second one came out in 2004. So many biographies of deceased wrestlers was great information. Very surprised that Dave Meltzer didn't do a Tributes 3, because in the world of professional wrestling, more and more stars have been passing away. Maybe it's just a little too sad for Dave Meltzer to do, but it would be interesting. Number 9 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling books of all time. The Wrestlers Are Like Seagulls from McMahon to McMahon. This was written by J.J. Dillon and Scott Teal. Came out in 2005. It was an autobiography of J.J. Dillon. He told some great stories. His run as head of talent relations of the WWE, on how he resigned, plus stories about the Four Horsemen. For many years, J.J. Dillon was very bitter to Vince McMahon, but they patched things up in 2012. So this book came out in 2005. And J.J. Dillon said he would rather work at McDonald's than work for the WWE again, but he participated in a few DVDs for the WWE and, made some appearances afterwards. So he has just, that's kind of hypocritical in my opinion. Number 8 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling books of all time. The Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame series, which includes the Canadian wrestlers, the tag teams, the villains, and the heroes of icons, written by Greg Oliver. These were a series of books that had biographies of the best Canadian wrestlers of all time. First, he listed the top 15 Canadian wrestlers of all time, and other Canadians, and adopted Canadians, and managers and announcers. And then when he did the tag teams, he did the top 20 tag teams of all time, and the next 5, and then the early tag team success, regional ones and modern day ones. For villains, he did the exact same thing, top 20 villains of all time, and then the next 5, and then early villains, and then regional villains, and then modern day villains, and the same thing he did with like the heroes of and icons. Number 7 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling books written of all time, Broken Hearts: The Life and Death of Owen Hart, which was written by Owen Hart's widow, Martha Hart, in 2003. It was about like, her time she spent with Owen, and how she felt when he, passed away after he fell at Over the Edge in 1999, and this lawsuit and a settlement with the WWE. It was kind of a very sad book, and all of the profits of the book went to the Owen Hart Foundation. Number 6 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling books ever written, it's To Be the Man by Ric Flair, which came out in 2004 by WWE, co-written by Mark Madden. It was a very, very interesting book, written by the 16-time world champion and WWE Hall of Famer. Ric Flair told a lot of great stories in that book. Number 5 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling books written of all time, Sex, Lies, and Headlocks. It was a kind of a biography of WWE owner Vince McMahon, which came out in 2002. Very, very interesting book about Vince McMahon and all of his lifetime and career. It's probably one of the only times there'll be ever a book written about Vince McMahon, unless if Vince wants to write an autobiography for himself, which would probably be a bestseller. Number 4 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling books ever written was WWE Unscripted. It was written in 2003. It was a big coffee book, table book. It showed all the WWE superstars at the time, what their life was outside the ring, photos, plus they told the real names of several of the wrestlers, which everybody knew, except most big-time wrestling fans knew their real names because of the internet. Number 3 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling books ever written, The Midnight Express Scrapbook by Jim Cornette. This was he written it in 2009. Jim Cornette was a manager of the Midnight Express. He told the stories, how the Midnight Express was formed, and he listed every match the Midnight Express was in from the first tag team into the last one, which was 7 years. That's a long time. The Midnight Express were Bobby Eaton and Dennis Condrey for about 4 years, and then Bobby Eaton and Stan Lane. It was probably one of the best wrestling books ever made, in my opinion. Number 2 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling books ever written is My Real Life in the Cartoon World of Wrestling, written by Bret the Hitman Hart, and it came out in 2007. It was a long book. Bret told a lot of great stories about Stampede Wrestling and growing up with 12 brothers and sisters, and his time with the WWE and WCW, and how he recovered from a stroke in 2002. Must read, and also Bret did artwork in the book, in the opening cover of the book and the end cover of the book. It's pretty amazing. Bret's a great artist. And number 1 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling books ever written of all time, Have a Nice Day, written by WWE Hall of Famer Mick Foley in November 1999. This book was a number 1 on the New York Times bestseller list, and this started a book explosion for professional wrestlers writing books. And Mick Foley written all of this book by himself, and he written many other sequels to Have a Nice Day, which was, some of them were, a couple of them were pretty good, but others weren't. And also Mick Foley wrote 2 novels, which was pretty decent. And I have an autographed copy of Have a Nice Day because I got that book autographed in 1999, November 1999, by Mick Foley at the old A.J. Wright in Somerville, Massachusetts. And that's about it on that. I will be back later, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google Plus, with 2 more video blogs for your entertainment and information. It will be about IMAX, the former Fox Sports Net show in 2004-2005, hosted by Max Kellerman. And the third and final video blog of the night will be about Hockey Hall of Famer Ron Francis. And I always say, keep calm, everybody. I'm a Julie Bunning guy. Molly wasn't blood of WCCO rocks and has nice legs. Elizabeth Hatzo so sunny, she's the best. Amy Swinsley's awesome. Barbara Gibbs of ABC 11 has a sweet southern accent, and she has nice legs. And in the words of Dee Patel last week, no bus. See you later, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google Plus. Have a good day.